It's May 5th, 1955. Western Germany has gained limited independence. While still under strict supervision and tight control, the threat on the eastern border made a sovereign military necessary, which led to the creation of the Bundeswehr. And with American tanks rolling in to rearm Germany, they needed something that would let the infantry keep up. Our mission is to find a suitable armored personnel carrier for the Bundeswehr. Any ideas? The French AMX-13 VTP fits our military requirements. We could develop a similar vehicle. Nein, we wouldn't be able to produce something like that within our budget. Then we must buy vehicles from our allies. The USA has M59 APC. That would fit into our budget and they would have the means to produce it. The M59? We do not want a battle taxi. It is too heavy, tall, and unprotected to be anything else. The Schützenpanzer 11-2 is being evaluated, but it is made more for scouting and infantry fighting than a traditional APC. While it is probably a good stopgap if we want to reject the US doctrine of APCs being battle taxis, we need something that can carry a whole squad and be able to fight with them. Well, Hispano-Suiza has vehicles that can do both.
By spit or by sweat, we'll see it built.
Hispano-Suiza Swiss SA was the company which managed to secure the deal with the German government for 10,000 SPZ-12-3s in the 1950s. It should not be confused with Hispano-Suiza, which was the original Spanish company which created Hispano-Suiza Swiss SA in the 1930s. They did this because their factories, which were located in Spain and France, were going to be nationalized. Hispano-Suiza stands for Spanish-Swiss, as one of the founders was Spanish and the other was Swiss. By the time Hispano-Suiza Swiss SA secured the deal in the 1950s, they had experience in producing weapons and ammunition. However, they had never produced any armored vehicles. The only part of the SPZ-12-3 that they produced was the 20mm autocannon. A modified version of this autocannon was used by the USA, called the M139. Today, Hispano-Suiza exists owned by larger companies and is known for producing 19 electric luxury cars. The armaments division of the company was sold in the 1970s to Oerlikon, which also included the rights to the 20mm autocannon designs. Alright, I talked to Hispano-Suiza and they said they can deliver vehicles which we will be designating Schützenpanzer 12-3. They can carry a whole squad and will be equipped with 20mm autocannons, which means it can fight with the infantry. The vehicle is 30% cheaper than the French AMX VTP. Now, we must equip 12 whole divisions by 1960, so an order of 10,680 vehicles has already been placed. We have no time to lose. If Hispano-Suiza Swiss SA had not the factories nor the experience to produce these APCs, then how are they going to send anything to Germany? Well, Hussa had an extensive network of business contacts throughout Europe, and so most of the vehicles were going to be built by Leyland Motors in the UK, and the rest in Germany via Hanomag and Henschel. This was a risky plan, and Hussa didn't really know anything about making APCs, and they designed it. So why did Germany decide to buy it from them? They were in a hurry, yes, but Hussa had lobbyists that would sway decision makers within the German Ministry of Defense to take this deal. Interestingly, many of these lobbyists turned out to be former Wehrmacht officers. Understandably, this led to a scandal in just a few more years. But the HS-30, which by the way is the same vehicle as the Schützenpanzer 12-3, was a flawed vehicle from the very beginning.
We're right in the thick of it now, Volksgrenadiers!
The vehicle we are looking at right now is a modified HS-30 that has a 106mm recoilless rifle on it. It is the only version of the SPZ-12-3 in War Thunder, but the recoilless rifle shouldn't be a problem for us to analyze the issues with this vehicle. While in early production, the SPZ-12-3 was equipped with a Sidebi transmission, which caused problems, so it was later equipped with a Wilson transmission, which also caused problems. So eventually all vehicles had to be given the American Allison transmission. And this last transmission was the transmission the Germans gave it. The tracks were an outdated design and wore out quickly, so the vehicle had to be given different tracks made by Backhouse KG. By the way, these modifications that were made to fix this wreck of a vehicle were made by the Germans after they received them. The vehicle was also underpowered. The Rolls-Royce B81 engine it had was originally intended for cars, so no surprise it had trouble moving. Oh yeah, and then came the Leopard 1 MBT, which made this vehicle look really, really slow. And why is this a problem? Because the whole point of this vehicle is to let infantry keep up with MBTs. Okay, so why did it have such a weak engine, even if the Bundeswehr requested 20 horsepower per ton? Well, originally, Hussa wanted to give it much less armor, and it was supposed to be shorter. But the Bundeswehr said no, 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 no. Great, this is even better. To fully access the engine, the whole rear of the APC had to be taken off. That's both tracks, 64 bolts, and whatever else they will find, probably super glue. Okay, I know the focus of this video was supposed to be the whole selling thing, and I will continue on that, but first look at this. The infantry could only get in and out of the vehicle via top hatches and escape hatches in the floor. Troops had to jump from the vehicle down to the sides, which in a combat situation would have been very dangerous. And I'm not just talking about gunfire, they would also risk falling onto the tracks as they originally protruded from the sides. Now, it's not like there wasn't a door in the back, but the designers of the vehicle blocked passage between the door and the infantry compartment with engine stuff. Actually, speaking about infantry compartment, I don't know if this is just War Thunder or something, but where was the infantry supposed to be in here? I mean, here, but come on. Look at this. You can see that the door was never used. That shovel is blocking it. In 1958, the Ministry of Defense learned from an evaluation that the SPZ-12-3 was complete rubbish and slashed the order to just 2,800 units. The lobbying clearly wasn't working anymore, since the Ministry of Defense got a new secretary, Franz Joseph Strauss, and he was not buying it. A huge scandal! Investigations were carried out, many stories started emerging, and rumors of bribery to individuals and political parties went around. It all became a mess, as many people claimed to know something about the incident, yet had actually nothing to do with it. And so the official investigation was closed. In the end, the German government had to pay 40 million Deutsche Marks to Hispano-Suiza as compensation. Why did Germany have to pay? I don't really know, but it was something to do with investments and lost revenue. Oh yeah, and 40 million Deutsche Marks would have been 9.5 million USD in 1960. Or 104 million USD in 2025. Well, in the end, I guess it was suspicious for a 10,000 vehicle purchase to not have any technical trials beforehand. I think I'm supposed to say something to round up the video? I don't know, there isn't enough time to just say something extra in a short, so this is weird. Oh, I mean, I know that long-form videos have a feature now where if you aren't in full screen and I say subscribe, the subscribe button goes all glowy. You know, actually the subscribe button is a weird thing. So useless as a viewer, yet so important for a creator. Anyways, I hope the video turned out fine, and I'm excited to start making shorts again, and perhaps if this video has finally convinced you to subscribe, then I could make another long-form video. I don't like to talk about, oh hey guys, you should push this button, but sometimes I have to. At least for now. I promise I will stop eventually. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you for watching.